3. Polynomial and rational functions. This is the continuation of the previous discussion in video analytic function 2. We here discuss polynomial and rational functions. The polynomial and rational functions are of special interest in the study of complex analysis. The analytic functions in some cases behave like polynomials, and meromorphic functions behave like rational functions. A polynomial in complex variable z is an expression of this form a naught plus a1z plus so on up to plus an z raised to the power n, where ai's are complex constants called coefficients and n is a non-negative integer. The degree of this polynomial is n provided an is not equal to 0. The degree of a non-zero constant function is 0. The number 0 is excluded from this discussion. In some cases, for formal regions, the degree of 0 is taken as minus infinity. Consider this hz is equal to z raised to the power n. Then by definition, its derivative is limit delta z goes to 0, z plus delta z bracket whole raised to the power n minus z raised to the power n over delta z. Expand this by binomial expansion. We have z raised to the power n, which cancels out with this z raised to the power n, and remaining terms are nc1 z raised to the power n minus 1 plus nc2 z raised to the power n minus 2 delta z plus so on up to plus delta z raised to the power n minus 1, and delta z is common outside. Now this delta z cancels with this delta z, and here this second term and all the remaining terms involve delta z. So this goes to 0, and this nc1 is n. So this equal n z raised to the power n minus 1. So derivative of z raised to the power n is n z raised to the power n minus 1. And this is true for all values of z. That is, z raised to the power n is analytic in whole finite complex plane. Now the constant an is also analytic, and since product of two analytic functions is analytic, therefore an z raised to the power n is analytic. Similarly, all other terms of this polynomial are analytic. Now, since sum of two analytic functions is analytic, it follows that this polynomial is analytic in whole finite complex plane. And so this polynomial function is entire functions, and derivative is f dash z is equal to a1 plus 2a2z plus so on up to n an z raised to the power n minus 1. The derivative is also analytic function. Now, if fz1 is equal to 0 for some complex number z1, then z1 is called the root or 0 of this polynomial fz. Now, the fundamental theorem of algebra says that a non-constant polynomial has at least one root. There are a number of proofs of this theorem in literature. One proof follows on using properties of analytic function, and we shall study this in our later course. Now, if z1 is 0, then we can write fz in this form, z minus z1 f1z. And what is f1? f1z is again a polynomial of degree n minus 1. And if we repeat this process, we can write fz as an z minus z1, then z minus z2, so on up to z minus zn. It is clear that all zi's are roots of the polynomial equation fz is equal to 0. Also, this factorization is uniquely determined except for the order of factorization. If roots are equal, we can consider that order of factorization in which equal roots are written in succession one after the other. So if zk is equal to zk plus 1, so on up to zk plus h minus 1. That is, if h roots of fz is equal to 0 coincides, then zk is called a 0 of order h. Note that the sum of the orders of all the zeros of fz is n. In other words, if each zero is counted as many times as its order indicate, then fz is equal to 0 has exactly n roots. For example, z raised to the power m, where m is positive integer, has m repeated roots at origin. That is at z is equal to 0. Let z is equal to z1 is a zero of order h. Then we can write fz in this form. Z minus z1 raised to the power h f1z, with f1 z1 is not equal to 0. Now, if we differentiate this, we get f dash z is equal to z minus z1 raised to the power h f1 dash z plus h z minus z1 raised to the power h minus 1 f1 z. Now, if h is greater than equal to 2, then from here we find that this term is 0, this term is also 0. So f dash z1 is 0. On repeating the above process, we can check that f dash z1 0, f double dash z1 0, so on up to f h minus 1th order derivative at z1 is 0 and f h z1 is not equal to 0. So order of a 0 z1 is equal to the first non-vanishing derivative. A simple 0 is a 0 of order 1. That is f of z1 is 0 and f dash z1 is not equal to 0. We shall study that the zeros of analytic functions are defined and behave in similar ways. Now, rational function. A rational function R is a function of the form Rz is equal to Fz over Gz, where f and Gz are polynomials. And we assume that they have no factors in common. Now, note that zeros of Fz are zeros of Rz, and zeros of Gz are called the poles of Rz. And when Gz is 0, we write Rz is equal to infinity. The order of the pole of Rz is equal to the order of the corresponding zero of Gz. Now the polynomial functions are continuous. Therefore, if z1 is a zero of Gz, then we can write limit z goes to z1 Rz. This comes out to be equal to limit z goes to z1 fz over limit z goes to z1 gz. And since this is 0 because z is equal to z1 is a 0 of gz, this equal infinity, and this is same as rz1. So in this sense, rz is a continuous function in the extended complex plane. Also for gz not equal to 0, we have r dash z is equal to this gz square in denominator, then gz f dash z minus fz g dash z. The right hand side expression in 2 is also a rational function. Now we consider Rz in extended complex plane. Denote R1 by z by R1 z and R infinity by R1 0. Now note that if R1 0 is 0, then R infinity is 0. And in this case, infinity is the 0 of Rz. The order of 0 of Rz at infinity is equal to the order of 0 of R1z at z is equal to 0. And similarly, if R10 is equal to infinity, then from here R infinity is infinity. And in this case, infinity is the pole of Rz. And the order of pole of Rz at infinity is equal to the order of pole of R1z at z is equal to 0. So a rational function has both zeros and poles. Also, it is continuous in the extended complex plane. The derivative of a rational function is a rational function. And every rational function is analytic in the complement of the set of zeros of denominator. We now discuss the order of a rational function. Order of rational function. Consider these two polynomials. Fz is a polynomial of degree n. So an is not equal to 0 and gz is a polynomial of degree m. So bm is not equal to 0. Now write this Rz, Fz over Gz. That is A naught plus A1z plus so on up to plus Anz raised to the power n over B naught plus B1z plus so on up to Bmz raised to the power n. Now write R of 1 by Z as R1Z, and we can check that this comes out to be equal to Z raised to the power m minus n. Here A naught Z raised to the power n plus A1Z raised to the power n minus 1 plus so on up to An. That is, this is again a polynomial of degree n. And similarly, in denominator, we have a polynomial of degree m. Now, three cases arises. If first case m is strictly greater than n. In this case, m minus n is positive, and therefore z raised to the power m minus n is a factor in the numerator. So R1z has a zero of order m minus n at z is equal to 0. So for Rz, it has a zero of order m minus n at z is equal to infinity. Also, the zero of Rz in finite complex plane are zero of this nth degree polynomial. So it has n zeros in finite complex plane. So total number of zeros are m minus n plus n, which equal m. Also poles are just the zeros of this denominator polynomial, which are m. So in this case, total number of zeros and poles are same and equal to m. If m is less than m, then z raised to the power m minus n is a factor in the denominator. And R1z in this case has a pole of order n minus 1 at origin. That is at z is equal to 0. So Rz has a pole of order n minus m at infinity. It also has m poles in finite complex plane because this denominator polynomial is of degree m. So total number of poles is therefore n minus m plus m, which is equal to n. The total number of zeros of Rz is also n because this polynomial in numerator is of degree n. Now third case, if m is equal to n. If m is n, then it has n poles and n zeros. Note that R infinity is an by Bn, which is neither 0 nor infinity. Thus, Rn has the same number of zeros and poles. This common number of zeros and poles is the order of rational function Rz. So order of rational function Rz is the maximum of the degrees of the denominator polynomial and numerator polynomial. Now, for example, a rational function of order 1 is a linear fractional transformation, and in most general form, this can be written as az plus b over cz plus d, where ad minus bc is not equal to 0. Because if ad minus bc is equal to 0, then it will not remain a rational function of order 1. We can also consider this function in extended plane by writing s infinity is equal to a by c and s of minus d by c is equal to infinity. We shall study these linear fractional transformation in detail in some other video. Thanking you.